Hello, welcome to a new video. Today I want to do two things. One is I want to update you on my experience with the Brave browsers from the previous video, and I also want to fix some errors and improve the launcher app, Optimal. There are not lots of errors, and most of them, or all of them, are non-fatal, except for one. But okay, so we will start. So in the case of the web browsers, last time I talked about which web browser uses less resources. Right now I'm running this web browser is Brave because I already had the things set up here, but I was testing a couple web browsers. In the previous video, the winner, let's say, was SeaMonkey. However, SeaMonkey was not able to open ChatGPT, for example. That's why I discarded SeaMonkey. Then I went with Pale Moon. And Pale Moon was able to open ChatGPT, so Pale Moon is very usable. I have been using Pale Moon the last couple of days. Is being okay. One small problem with Pale Moon is that it has sometimes a bit high CPU usage, right? That's something that have to take account about CPU usage. And then I also tested Basilisk, and I think it uses a bit less CPU usage than Pale Moon, while being at least as good as Pale Moon and everything else. So Basilisk is the one that I am using right now. Not this one, because this one is Brave, but in my other computer I'm using Basilisk. And that's the one. I also found that, but these web browsers are a bit slower than Brave. I have to tell you that. Not that much, but they're a bit slower. At least Pale Moon. I think Basilisk is a bit faster than Pale Moon, so it's a bit better user experience than Basilisk. However, I think Basilisk doesn't allow to install extensions. So that's a disadvantage of Basilisk. But okay, I will keep using these web browsers, maybe using new ones, and sharing with you the results. Okay, so now back to the app thing. I use Firebase Crashalytics, and this tool is a very useful tool that tells me what's going on with my app. And it has errors or crashes and so on. And it has some errors, so I would like to fix them as soon as possible. But this doesn't have really lots of errors. You can see that we have 97% crash-free users and 98% crash-free sections. However, we still have some things to report here. I mean, most of these crashes come from me testing the app, right? So like 90% of these crashes and ANRs come from me testing the app, but still I have to see the ones that are not, because I think the app is good enough so it can be easily improved to reduce crashes almost to zero. Okay, so we have some problems. The app needs some improvements, especially in the apps class, the class that manages the loading of the apps and all that. There's some ugly code there that I would like to improve in this video. Okay, so let me open the apps file. Let me make these larger so I don't have to move my neck that much. So a bit more. Okay, so here we have the apps class, and this class has lots of things, really. Lots of things. And if I format this, nothing happens. So it's already formatted. Well, this code can be improved. But if we do a high level study of these, what's going on with these reports here, we can see that we are getting an odd out of memory error. Okay, and we are getting some index out of bounds and other things here. So a couple of things there. So it's a bit hard to know where the memory errors come from, but if I keep improving the code, I will make everything cleaner, so it's easier to find the things that are not okay. So the code, it works. Let's run. I have to say that this version that you're seeing right now actually has some improvements than the one I received the reports, because yesterday had some time to work on this, so I did work on this just a tiny bit, just to keep myself sharp, kind of sharp in these kind of things. I'm sorry. I don't want this. It's the release variant. I want the debug variant. Okay, now let's try it again. Yes. So using object-oriented features, I think yesterday I was coding something in C, and I was missing some object-oriented features. However, C is special. I like C, right? I still like C because it's like a good language. I like the simplicity of it. But sometimes I miss the object-oriented features that Kotlin, for example, offers. And for example, these apps file is actually a class. And you say, well, why do I use a class? Well, because if I use a class, I can create an instance. And I can call methods or functions in this instance in this way. And that makes the code a lot better. And in general, just a lot better code. It looks better. And also is better structured. So I think object orientation is useful, right? I think is useful. Yes. So I have been improving this app a bit, but now what I want to do is maybe try to find the ugliest problems first and try to solve them first. I would say that would be cool. Okay, so the app works fine, but sometimes the code is not as clean as it could be. Okay, so what I mean here, I especially mean that the adapter, right? The adapter. I just mean the adapter. The adapter is not that clean. The adapter is clean, but not in the way it should be. So here, this adapter, the other day, yesterday, I saw there was a bug. There was a crash in a strange rare phone that crash. I don't know how that crash happens, but it can happen, I guess. But this is the problem with the crash. So when you select an app, for example, you long click on an app, then a dialog appears. So what do I do internally when that dialog appears? What's the process of that? Well, the process, what it does is not that clean, let's say, and would like to clean that a bit. And it has to do with the adapter as well. But let me first start from this, because the crash, this is one of the originators of WannaCrash. So these, how to say it, this dialog is being shown when I long click in an app. Okay, so let's see if I can find the code that is responsible for that. Okay, I guess it should be here, right? In the listeners. Okay, yes. So here we have grid view on item long click listener. By the way, I guess I should have some separations between these guys. Right? At least. Okay, so here, when a grid view item is long clicked, what happens? Do I have first question that just occurred to my mind is, do I have to do that in the grid view, or should I do it in the adapter? Okay, I will ask ChatGPT. Maybe you know the answer, but I don't, or maybe I forgot. If I have to detect a long click on a grid view item, should I handle that with the grid view or with its adapter? I don't know. Handling a long click grid view can be done itself or its adapter, depending on specific requirements and preferences. Here are some considerations. Handling it with the grid view itself, if the long click behavior is generic and applies for the entire grid view, such as showing a context menu or initiating some action that affects the entire grid, handling in the grid view may be more appropriate. You can set an item long click listener or direct on grid view to detect long clicks on any item. Handling in the adapter. If the long click behavior is item specific, such as editing or deleting a clicked item, it might be more logical to handle it in the adapter. Okay, interesting. You can implement a long click listener within the adapter's get view method, or bind a long click listener to individual item views before returning them. In many cases, especially for complex interactions where you need to perform item-specific actions, handling the long click within the adapter can provide more flexibility and control. However, if the action affects the entire grid or doesn't depend on the specific items, handling it in the grid view might be simpler. So right now I'm just handling it in the grid view, as you can see right here. I say grid views, an item click listener, blah, blah, blah. So what is ugly here is this, that I have to set the number of the selected, or the index of the selected item. And I do it using an array of one element of one int. Okay, this is the array, and I set the first element, which is 0 to I. Okay, so that's not clean. I mean, that's a bit ugly, because that's a global variable. I'm maintaining a global state, and it works, it works. But I had a crash that when I was, I think, later using this thing. So let's see where it's been used. Probably here. I don't think it was here, the crash. Probably, or do I fix it already? I don't think so. So probably here in hide show. So when I click this, the crash appears. Of course, right now it's not crashing, right? But when I click on that, I mean, let's do it with camera again. Click here to move it to the other page. Then a crash may appear. You say, why? Okay, why would that happen? To be honest, I don't know. only once in the I mean in the what I can remember, I have received this kind of crash. But still, I'm curious on how that occurs, and maybe if I could fix it. Okay, so first, it dismisses the dialogue. I mean, should I do that? I don't know, but maybe I shouldn't. I should first get the index, I guess, because why would you say? Because I would like to reduce the possibility of this selected index to be changed by some reason, right? Okay, because this is, oh, maybe now I kind of started to understand why this may happen. So imagine this, picture this in your mind. You long click this thing, an item appears there. Okay, so now what happens if I click back? Oh, it's hidden. Let's do it again. But maybe, just maybe, I think the problem is that this dialogue got leaked. This dialogue got leaked. What do I mean with that? I mean that the app, the activity had a new instance, for example. So how can that happen? Well, I don't know. Maybe if I do this, show this tabs, the apps that are open, and I open this, and then I go back, probably, and then the layout may be shown here, and it got leaked. But now what's showing is like another things here. Maybe that's when the bad things happen. I guess that has to be. I mean, what's the solution for that? Well, avoiding leaking the layout, the dialogue. Okay. Yes. So I would have to call these dismiss in on pause, for example, which I do with settings, by the way, right? So yeah, now I think I found the mistake. And I'm also reducing the possibility of something changing here by getting the index as soon as possible. So this long click dialogue would have to be dismissed in on pause. What does it mean? For example, if I show these settings and I do this, on pause is not being called, I guess, because I am dismissing it. I mean, on stop, or I don't know. If I do this and I go back, and it's gone. But as you can see, let me just check here something. I'm curious. I mean, for you to see, I'm showing all the apps here, most apps, right? The page that has most apps. Then I show this. Then I go here. Then I go back. Okay, that's fine. Never mind. Okay, so in on pause, as you can see right here, it says if setting is dialog being shown, then dismiss. Okay, so this dialog being shown, I don't know what this is, but it says if it's in it and dialog is showing. I think I've learned something new, which I can get from here. I've learned something new here, which is where it is, the one that calls this, I think it is. And I mean this is initialized. So I can use this instead. That would be more robust. Yes. So here, instead of using this is init, I would say settings dialog is initialized. So if it's initialized and it's showing, then do that. All right, but here it says hide dialog if shown. Okay, so I mean, and this is on non-stop. Okay, so I have duplicated code. Okay, so in non-stop we have that. So what do I do here? I don't know. So a better way of doing this would be to do settings on stop. That would be the correct approach, I guess. I guess. So actually, what I should do here, I will rename this to settings on stop. Okay. Okay, and here on stop it says if dialog is being shown, then dismiss it. Okay, so I should, I mean, if I want to, I should do the same in on pause. So here in on pause, I'm doing that. So if I want to avoid leaking a dialog, should I dismiss it in on pause or in on stop? Okay. And says, to avoid leaking a dialog, it's generally recommended to dismiss it in the on-pause method rather than in the on-stop method. Here's why. On pause, it's called when the activity is going to the background, is no longer in the foreground but still partially visible. This can happen when another activity is launched in front of it or when the device is about to enter multi-window mode. Dismissing the dialog in on pause ensures that the dialog is closed whenever the activity loses focus and transitions to a state where it's no longer fully visible. This helps prevent potential memory leaks because the dialog is dismissed as soon as the activity is not actively interacting with the user. On stop is called when the activity is no longer visible to the user. This can occur when the activity is being destroyed or when the activity completely or when other activity completely covers it. While dismissing the dialog in on-stop may also work in some cases, it's less ideal because there could be a delay between the activity becoming invisible and on-stop being called. If you dismiss the dialog and stop, there's a chance that the dialog could still be visible for a brief moment after the activity is no longer visible, which could lead to poor user experience. In summary, dismissing the dialog in on-pause is generally safer and ensures it's closed as soon as the activity is no longer fully visible, helping to prevent memory leaks and providing a smoother user experience. Okay, fine. So I will do it in on-pause. So of course here I don't have to do that. I have to do settings on pause. I mean on stop, but it shouldn't be on stop. Settings on stop shouldn't exist. So settings on pause. So, but going back to where we should be, we're going back where we should be. We wanted to do this for our other dialog, which was long click dialog. Okay, so I should do, I mean, apps on pause. On pause. Okay, I guess that's the correct thing to do. But of course, these apps is an instance, so I have to do that. And I create this. Okay, and here I would say dialog. I don't have the dialog here, so I guess I have to make it global, right? I mean, I guess, because we do have this dialog. This dialog is long click dialog, which is right here. Okay, so maybe I should put it outside here, like late init bar. long click dialog. Dialog, okay. And it will be what kind of dialog would this thing be? A white dialog, as far as I can see. Okay, so here long click dialog will be done like this. And now I have access to long click dialog. I guess this just tells me to make it private. Okay, so now I can go to on pause and do the same that I did with the settings one. So we say if long click dialog, how it's called, like 2 dots, right? Come on, it's not deleting. I mean, what's going on here? Dialog that is initialized and long click dialog is showing, right? We do long click dialog dismiss. Okay, so in this way we dismiss the dialog. Now let's run it and see if it works. Okay, it's being compiled. Let's drink a bit of milk. Okay, so we're back, and now let's first test the settings dialog. So settings showing. So apparently this doesn't cause an on-pause. I thought it costs an on-pause. But okay, so do this, go back. Shouldn't be here, as far as I know, right? Because that is obviously an on-pause, right? Oh, we have leaked window. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, oh, I think I have found the bug. Is that the bug? Maybe, very well, maybe. But this is not from now. 23/27. That was not from this launch. So it basically saying that has a leaked window. Okay, I will clear this. I will run this again, and I mean, it's focused. Okay, now if I click this, it only says unfocused, but it's not. It doesn't say paused, unpaused. So that has to be fixed, of course. But it's not saying it. Why? Unpause is not being called. Now it's called. I go back. Okay, so as far as I know, it says it's focused. Now if I go here, it says unfocused, which is true, but it also should be paused. Okay, so let me ask ChatGPT. When I tap on the Android nav bar icon that shows open apps, that is not causing my activities on pause method to be called. It is losing focus as expected, but not being paused apparently. When you tap the under navigation icon that shows open apps, often referred as the overview or recents button. Okay, thank you for that. It typically triggers the system to switch to the overview screen, where you can see all the open between them. The action does not necessarily cause your activities on pause method to be called, because your activities is still technically visible and in the foreground. It's just losing focus temporarily while the overview screen is displayed. However, your activity may still receive lifecycle events such as unstop or Windows focus change, indicating that it's losing focus or becoming partially obscured by the overview screen. These events are part of the activity lifecycle and can be used to handle such scenarios. If your app needs to perform specific actions when it loses focus, you can override the unstop method or the... What do you mean unstop? This is a hallucination, right? Or the on Windows focus change method in your activity to handle these events appropriately. Just keep in mind the behavior may vary depending. Okay, fine. So it's okay that it's not being called. I'm not crazy here. If I go here, then it's called on pause and on stop. And here in on pause, it should hide all the dialogues that can appear. So click there. Click here. Whatever. So as far as I know, it's okay, because if I click here and then will this cause on pause, turning off the device? Yes, apparently it does. And then I turn it on back again, no dialogues there. I guess the same will happen with the settings dialog, right? Yeah, right. Okay, so let's say it works. I mean, we fixed that problem with leaked layout. However, is that the only layout they have? No, it's not. What are other layouts that I have? Well, I have a couple more. One of them is dialogues that I have, sorry. One of them is when adding this thing. So let's see, if I turn off, then turn on, it's still here. Shouldn't be here to avoid leaking it. So that's one. The other one is this one as well. I mean, still there, shouldn't be there. So those are the other two things, I guess. This one is fixed. The settings one is also fixed. Now we have to fix this one and this one. Okay, so which one do we fix first? Well, I don't know. Should we fix the notes one first? Okay, let's try to fix the notes one. So to do that, we will go, again, here in main, and on pause, launcher on pause, we do notes on pause. I guess this is how you write improved code. Okay, so we create a member function here. It says notes on pause, and here what I'll do is I will find all the same thing that I've been doing, but I don't know which one is the dialogue here. So I will search for dialogue. Okay, wait, dialogue. Okay, web edit dialog. I guess that's the one. Has to be. Okay, I don't like the web edit. Note edit dialog. Web edit delete. Oh, we also have the delete one. Oh. Okay. In order to avoid having to hide all possible dialogues on my app. What can I do as a faster alternative? To avoid having to... Okay. You can implement a more centralized approach to manage and handle dialogues. Here are a few strategies you consider. Use the dialog fragment. Instead of using dialog class directly, use dialog fragment for displaying dialogues. Dialog fragment has its own lifecycle methods which are tied to the hosting activity lifecycle. You can dismiss the dialog fragment in its own unpause method. Implement the dialog manager. These create a centralized dialog manager class that keeps track of all active dialogues in your app. Okay. Override activity on pause or on stop. If you're using a regular dialog instances, you can override the on pause or on stop method of your activity and dismiss the dialogues there. This is less preferable than the previous approach. It can lead to cluttered activity code, but it can work as a quick fix if needed. Okay. You know what? I mean, I like to have a better alternative than all these ones. Yes. And that is to don't use dialogues at all. And instead, well, use dialogues, but not dialogues. Create my own dialogues using views. That's something that gives me more control about dialogues, right? How to transform a dialog into a linear layout that I can show as a view. This is what I'm trying to say. Because the dialog has a view, which is called the dialog view. Okay. To transform dialog into a linear layout, you can show as a view. You can follow the steps. First, create the dialog. Well, I have that. Inflate dialog. Well, I think I have that too. Set content view. Set inflate video activity or another group where you want to display dialog. This one has to be thought a bit, but you know, I think I know how I'll do it. Not really, but okay. Create a dialog. I have done that. Inflate dialog. Done that. Set content view. Okay. What if I want to show the dialog with a big margin and I want my previous content to be shown in the background using because the background of the dialogue would be transparent, allowing me to show the view that is behind it. I don't know if I explained it correctly, but okay. To achieve the effect of showing the dialog with a big margin and allowing the previous content to be visible in the background, you can use a frame layout as the root layout of your dialog content. You can then set margins to the frame layout to create the desired margin around dialog content. Additionally, you can make the background of the frame layout transparent so it's visible, but you're not. Here's how you can define the previous sample to achieve this effect. So add here inside the frame layout. So this is the dialog content as far as I can tell. Okay, that's fine. This layout, we've dropped the dialog content frame layout with margins to set creators. Inflate and set content view. Set content view. How to use a layout such as relative layout to show a view behind another or on top of another. You can control the position of the views using attributes such as align parent top line. Okay, so I think this is the approach that I want to do. This is the approach that I want to do. So this would be the dialogue, you know, I guess. This would be the dialogue, and this would be a frame layout. Okay, and this will have to be inside a linear layout, a relative layout, because that's the layout that allows to show something like behind a view behind another or something, as far as I know. So that's the solution that I know. So what I'll have as a result of this is when I click or show dialog, I will show the dialog here, but this will be a view that will be shown on top. And then behind here will be transparent, completely transparent, allowing us to have a better, view of what's going on. So for that, we have to do a couple of changes. So for that, we have to change these, let's say, linear layout to relative layout. That would be the first thing to do. I don't know if I just change this, will that be work the same? No, it doesn't. Okay, wasn't that easy? So what's the problem? Or maybe I should put the other one there. I don't know, because I'm inflating this one, right? Yeah. But maybe what I should do if I want to be practical would be something else, I guess, but I don't really know. Yes, I guess can abstract this out, like think outside the box. Okay, so for doing that, we'll do it in the following way. Okay, I would say create a new layout resource file. This will be, I don't know, just main. I don't know, I'll just call it main for now. Can I do that? Not sure. You know what? I'll do something different. I'll instead do main content, and I will create this linear layout, and I'll put all the content from activity main into that thing. Okay, Control A, Control copy. I'll put this into main content. The code, please. Control A, Control B. Okay, and now I will go back here to activity main. I can delete all of this and transform these into a relative layout that includes the linear layout from the content. Okay, it's almost 12 a.m. Okay, so here we'll do a relative layout. Okay, so now we do relative layout. This is still the thing that was primarily rendered and inflated. I don't know. Do you have to do relative layout here this way? No. Why? Height. Okay. What's going on? You know what? Activity main will be recreated by me. Okay, delete. Okay. So new layout resource file. Activity main, and this will be a relative layout. Okay, activity main. Okay. Then we have a relative layout, which now it works. Okay, so here, I guess is the orientation thing. Is it? I don't know. Will this work? I don't know if this thing will work. But what I'll do here is I can include a layout, right? And I'll include a layout, and will be main content. That's what I'm trying to include here. Include main content. And as you can see, it renders and it works. Okay, so first, now if I follow this thing, this is the background view, which is background color, whatever it has, background view, match parent, match parent, whatever. And this has probably should have an ID. It should be main content, for example. Probably. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then I will say I will make a frame layout with be match parent, I don't know, actually wrap content would be better. I don't really know. Okay, wrap content, and this would be a dialog container. Okay, and this thing will have visibility gone as default, a dialog container. So let's see if the app even runs with this new code. I don't know if it will run, but let's see if it does. No, it doesn't even compile. And here we have a problem. Okay, maybe I have to rebuild this. I don't know. Okay, maybe not. So it says clear drawing, but this is not anymore. You know, because for obvious reasons, because views points to something else. Main content. Okay, and then clear drawing. Okay. So let's do something practical here. We will set views to main content. Okay, obviously. I guess that's a good thing. Is that a good thing? I don't know. It may be. So 8 views will be set to activity main binding inflate blah blah blah. Okay, I mean, the only thing that we'll have to change is this line here. Right? Yeah. Because these, I mean, main, should I call it? I mean, should I call it layout? I don't know how to call this. I'm a bit tired, don't judge me. Okay, so here, let's say layout. Okay, and we will set the content view to layout. Layout. And views will be layout main content. In my mind, this says that it could work. Oh, what? Why? It doesn't work. I guess it's not a main binding. What is it then? View? A view? Is it a view? A layout? What's it? Let's see. Main content binding. Okay. if you say so. Okay. Okay, I guess. Okay. But then here, when you change distribution to landscape, this expects to be activity main binding. Okay. So every time where it says activity main binding will be replaced to main content binding. I guess. And everything is fixed. Well, not everything, apparently we have some errors. Only resolve reference. Except for this one. This is not main content. This is activity. Activity main binding. Of course. None of the functions, it says layout. Oh no. That layout inflator. Why not? Oh, layout at root. Is that correct? Yes, I think so. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I do. Not working. Conflicting. Okay, let's see. Out of milk. It worked. It worked. Wow, that's great. It worked. That's great. It worked. That's awesome. Even draws. What's next? I don't know what's next. Oh yeah, I do know. Let's do it with the settings dialog. When I click on the settings dialog, I want to use my new dialog thing. Can I do that? I guess I can. So I go to settings. And here, settings dialog is somewhere. It's called show. Here it is. Show. So this is what you have to change. We have to change. Okay. So this is kind of strange, really, because sentence dialog here would be a view. So we have to show a view, a dialog view, the frame, the layout container. That's what we have to show here. So yeah. And resize dialog, it says, well, I don't know when I have to change all this, but okay, let's breathe a bit. So here, this I'm a bit sleepy. Let's try to do this and I'll go to sleep. Sorry, have to go. So when I init the dialog, which is here, somewhere I have to be defining this dialogue. Yeah. So here it's a dialogue. I have to be defining it somewhere here. So, I mean, I'm setting this to settings dialogue. And settings dialogue is a class as far as I can see, right? Okay, it's a class. But just has a binding. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Not really, though. Um, okay. Uh, so, settings dialog is a, uh, an instance of white dialog. Okay. Which I don't care. Really. Yeah, because the dialog is just a dialog container, right? Yeah. So everything would be different, right? Yeah, I guess. So settings dialog everything would have to be different. I mean, dialog settings, it would be still the same. The dialog view would still be the same. These in the dialog listeners would still be the same. The only thing that would change is settings dialog itself. So I won't need this settings dialog here, because it won't be a white dialog anymore. But here when I create it, is the inflating and setting the view. Wow, how? And why do I set view then afterwards? I don't know what I'm doing here. But oh, so it has a binding, right? And we can inflate the binding, and it's in being inflated here. So why am I inflating it here? Can I just skip this like that? Well, of course not. But I don't know. I'm a bit confused now. I mean, should I inflate it? But if I inflate it, then I cannot use, or I can use the binding. Okay, let's do a mess. What do I mean by that? I mean that I do this binding. Okay? This binding will be done here. Okay? And I will call it ball binding. Who cares? From context, in this case is A. What did I do here? Okay. From A. Okay. Now I have the binding inflated. Okay? Okay. Nice. Now I have to put that set that view into the container. Okay, great. So ball dialog container would be a.views. Oh, but here I cannot find it. Root that container. Parent. No. I have to not use a.views. I have to set a new variable that will be set to layout to dialog container. I have to set that launcher here. So instead of doing these views, I'll do a dot dialog container. I'll set this to layout that dialog container. Duh. Okay, so create this in main target class. Main, yeah, main. Dialog container, and that will be frame layout. That's correct, right? Frame layout. Late init bar, dialog container. That's fine, actually. That's fine. I'll put it below this views thing. Okay, because they're like sisters. So here, a dialog container, of course. And here, I just have to do dialog container dot set view or add view. I should say also dialog container remove all views, and then add view binding root. The question is, will this thing work? I mean, it won't work right now because I'm not showing it. I'm just adding the view because I'm initializing it. But I should not be doing that though. Yeah, because I should add the view only when I want to show it. Yeah, that's correct. So I have to, this root thing, I have to put it like a late init thing. So, I mean, late init bar, dialog view, and it will be a view. I don't know. So dialog view here would be binding that root. That's dialog view. Okay, so I don't have to do this here, and this would have to, I have to do it when I want to show it. This would be dialog view. And why is this thing? What's going on with that? Because it's a memory leak, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, another reason to make this a class. Class. Oh. Companion object. Okay. Put all this inside here and we're fixed, I guess. For now, at least. We still have one error. Only one. Okay. Okay. Okay, we have another thing that should be inside the other thing. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's done. Okay, so now now I have to see. It says show settings dialog, and here I mean, we can comment this for now. I mean, at least this one and this one. And instead, the way we now show, which is a new way, oh, I forgot, I lost my clipboard, I guess. Okay, but maybe I didn't. Where did I left the thing? Where was this thing? I forgot. Where was I working previously? Oh yeah, init dialog. Right? Yeah. I was defining the class outside and causing a memory leak. So here we are. So this is the code that should not be here, should be used when I want to show it. I have to do this. I guess I don't have to do that either. Dialog container. Okay. I have to move all of this to where the part of the code where it shows the thing. Shows the dialog. Which is here. Okay. So the way we do this is we say dialog container removal views, add view, and then we have to show it, make it visible. Dialog container visibility. I always wanted to do this. I dreamt of this. Literally, one day I woke up, trying to wake up and say, well, why can't I do this? And here we are, trying to do something strange, but nevertheless. Okay, so it says, okay, so we have to do an instance the same way we do here. No problem, I guess. Settings. Okay. Lowercase. Lowercase again. Lowercase again. Okay, can I run it now? Still not. App names. Oh. Lots of refactoring. You know, here when you do go the object-oriented route, then you are forced to do refactorings. Yes, you are. So probably here the imports are going crazy, right? If I'm not wrong. Yeah. Okay, so when what's this? Okay, yeah. So cannot import this. And that's better. It's cleaner. As far as I can tell. So file app list. Oh, it can import this thing. I can import. Okay, okay. These ones are still static. So we can reduce icon saturation, app names. Load setting states. For example, this is an instance variable of settings. Should it be on settings? Maybe not. Maybe it should be here. Right? Because, I mean, why not? But right now it's in settings. So, is there an easy way of fixing this? Well, I don't know. But these I mean, yes, it is a quick and dirty way. Let's do the quick and dirty. Should we do that? I don't know. I'm tired, so maybe yes. Yeah. So all of these guys we're having problems with all of them. So these up here are just like keywords that it's just okay to have them in all in one place. That's fine, I would say. But these other things really could be moved to the other things, right? For example, in apps, let me close this. In apps, where is apps? We have this reduce icon saturation. Why it's not here? I mean, why not moving it here? So reduce icon saturation in app names, I will move them here. Just as example, reduce icon saturation in app names. So reduce icon saturation. Okay, this is one. And app names will be moved to apps. I guess that makes sense, right? Well, I think so. Okay, problem fixed. And this is okay. This could be in the thing there. No more errors here, as you know. Let's see here. What's the problem? Unresolved reference app names. Okay, so here we do have some problem. Yeah, but we can we can do a.apps app names, right? A.apps app names. Is that possible? Apparently no. Why is not possible? Why I cannot access that? Launcher that apps. Oh. Should I do it? Well, I can define it as apps as well. app names. Reduce icon saturation. Okay. Apps. You know, here we also have again another apps. Okay, so we can delete this because we were already finding it up there. So apps that app names. Typo here is apps that app names. Again, apps that app names. Okay, I guess that's fine. I guess, I don't know. Reduce icon saturation. Again, apps that reduce icon saturation. Apps that reduce icon saturation. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I forgot. Okay, I think I was trying to show a dialogue somewhere. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. This. Okay, again, they have to delete this, which makes it a bit cleaner actually. Notes.kt. Okay, here. That's the problem here with notes as well. Notes should also be an instance, a class, right? Yes, it has to be class. It's a bit late. I will stay a bit more. I'll do it for the sake of it. So here, why it's not working? Well, because settings is not available from here. So settings can be done accessible, but I don't know, set a.launcher.settings. And now we can do like set. Okay. Yeah, but I guess I should do as I did in the other things. I'm doing wrong things here, right? Right? I can import this. I can import this. Am I doing the correct thing here? I don't know. I'm doing something different that I should be doing, right? But I don't know why I keep doing it, because I'm tired, I guess. I'm just a bit tired, And here again, I have to. But if this init data won't be available when this init data is called, the settings thing won't be available. Oh, so plan B. Oh, forget about sets again. Okay, this is why AI will replace us. We're too slow. Okay. I knew I should have done it the other way. I knew it. Okay, so now notes font is black, notes note height, center notes, and notes visibility. Note font is black, note height. What else? Center notes and note visibility. Okay. Notes font is black. Notes height, all these four. Okay, and these have to be put here, of course. Def notes height should be here, by the way. Should be here. I guess this has to be bowl. Well, not really, but okay. Okay. So now let's see, we have a couple of errors still on reference sets. Sorry, forgot to delete that. Notes visibility. Oh. Oh, here I do need the settings. But since it's only one, well, okay, let's do it correctly. Vol set a.launcher settings, and here we do set. Okay. Okay, yeah, these guys should be private, actually. Or no. No, they shouldn't. Of course. No, it's not visibility. But now that's not a class. So you have to make it a class as well. Yeah, I guess. Class. Okay. I mean, okay, who cares? Settings, and I have to make it also the same as I did with apps. So this has to be lowercase notes. I have to create a notes thing here in the way of vol notes. Notes A. Does it need A? It doesn't need A for now, but it may need in the future. So this is lowercase, and this is also lowercase for consistency. Looks better, right? Cleaner. Yeah, I guess notes could be private, it says, but it won't because I will use it from settings. So that's apps. Now I'll define notes. Notes is a.launcher.notes. Okay, so notes visibility, it's 1, right? Thanks. Notes. This is object orientation, I guess, in its maximum usefulness. Okay. Now notes, that's center notes. Okay, I'm making a mess here. I'm fixing a mess. I'm trying to fix a mess. Yes, I'm changing lots of code. Yes, I'm doing that. Yeah, I guess. Who cares? But I'm doing it for the better, right? I guess this has to be a function call that just calls to notes and does everything this is doing, right? Yeah. Okay, 25 things. What the fuck? Center notes. Actually, wait a minute. Okay, I'm writing notes too many times here. Okay, I'm writing notes too many times. So instead, what I should do is notes toggle center notes. Okay, I just called that. And inside that, I'll do all of this. So we have to create this. And here, I just do this. And I don't have to be calling notes or whatever, because I am notes now. So, okay, so A doesn't have an A. W-O, okay, A. How do I get A? Notes doesn't have an A, right? Probably doesn't have an A. Does app have an A? Ball A. So let's do the same for notes. Okay. Toggle center notes. Okay, this is how you do things. A lot better. A lot cleaner. Notes height. Okay, so notes that taller notes. Okay. And I will put all of this inside taller notes as well. Create member function, yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, now I don't need this thing. Notes, I don't need it. I don't need this either. A is there. Okay, great. Okay, let's continue with settings. Only 18, 17, that's great. Shorter notes, okay, same business with this. Notes that shorter notes. Create member function. There you go. Again, we can save some characters here. Everything counts, right? So this is the correct way of coding. This is cool code. This is nice code. Okay, what's next? Who's next? Now we go to 10. Get all nodes. Okay. Migrate to nodes. What's this? Import button. I guess I have to move them. Right? Well, yes, I guess. Right? Or maybe not. Here, not everything. Only from here. I guess. This one is gray, like a mixed grayish, gray line, you know. I don't know really about this that much. I will, for now, I guess, just use lowercase notes and call it a day. Notes font color. Hmm. And this is easier. Or not. I have to... Okay, we don't have notes. Why? Oh, I see. Because of the way it's written. Okay. Where is being this? Is this being called? Only one. Okay. Show this there. Show it. Show it. I have a fix for you. I have a fix for you. I have a fix for you. Now here I do have access to the lowercase notes, right? Yeah. Okay, change lots of code. Lots of code. Okay. Okay. Upsurge. Okay. Because everything needs to be changed, you know? Upsearch bar, show keyboard, and hide keyboard. Okay. Show keyboard, hide keyboard notes. Shouldn't be here, I guess. Should be somewhere else, not in notes. Not at all. Shouldn't be in notes. Should be somewhere else, like in you, probably. Yeah, I guess. Alright. Have more problems here. How we can import this. Okay. Okay, now show setting dialog. But here I don't have access to settings, right? Okay, but we can do that launcher, that settings. Of course we can. Okay, then let's see what else we have here. First launch. Notes font color. This is an adapter. I guess I have to do the same with notes. Right? This is not the best code in the world. maybe not actually. Okay, so here we need notes, right? Edit notes. Edit launcher that notes. Hmm. 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 Okay. It's crazy how I'm changing so much code. Of course, I'm just changing references, but still. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Well, I'm not talking very much because I'm tired as fuck. Will it compile? It run, it worked. Okay, okay. Okay, it doesn't show it. Okay. Settings dialog has not been initialized. Yeah, but these shouldn't be here. Let's delete this. Lots of things held turns loose. Inf container. This. Okay, how was this done? Info container. Okay. Dialog view. Is that correct? Or dialog binding, even? Where's the binding? I want the binding. I want the binding. Where's my binding? Here is my binding. Okay. Lighting bar, binding. Dialog settings binding. Binding. Okay. Is that correct? I guess. Now settings dialog info container would be binding info container, which is a lot smaller, right? Binding info container. Why not working? Oh, it's binding root. Oh, okay. Dialog view then. Dialog view. No, why not? Oh, I have do find VYID. Uh, binding, but what if I do binding? I mean, like binding that info container. There you go. There's it. It's always different than null. Okay. Looks clean. We don't need this. The new way. We need a new way. We want the new way. Okay. And let's see what errors we have here. A result reference. Settings dialog dismiss. Oh, okay. So I have to say, as well as I have the show dialog, I have to have a function that is about hide dialog, right? Yeah, well, yeah. Hide dialog, I don't need this, right? Binding. Yeah, I guess I don't need it. Hide dialog, show dialog, hide dialog, fun, hide dialog. Okay. I don't need to do settings dialog. I guess show dialog would be enough because we were on settings already. Show dialog. Okay. And hide dialog. How do we do it? Hide dialog should be done in the following way. Just like a dot okay. Oh, we also need an A here. I guess we need an A. Ball A main. Okay. For consistency, we need an A. Okay, result reference settings dialog. Dismiss. Okay, so we have to change this with hide dialog. Hide dialog. And all of this really. Can we do a replace? Whatever. Is dialog being shown? Okay, this is I don't need this. I just don't need this. And here, hide dialog. This will do. A that dialog container, the removable views. A that, or actually, A the dialog container visibility gone. Okay, this was long. I don't even. Okay. Settings is settings dialog shown. Unfreeze. This doesn't matter really anymore. And this is how you clean your code in one go. Oh, okay. Oh, it worked. That was cool. It showed the dialogue. Of course, it's not as we expected because we want something different. It even scrolled. That's great. Of course, we want to resize it and put it in the right place, but it works. It works. It finally works. And the things here are completely visible, are completely transparent. This is what we wanted to achieve. Okay, good. Kudos. Um, okay, done. If I click on back, will it be hidden? Oh, where's the back? No. How do I hide the dialogue though? On back clicked hide dialogue would be a good idea, right? So let me see. On back pressed. Launcher on back pressed. And I guess here. Oh. Yeah. I haven't considered this thing. Okay. Boolean. Okay. What do you think about that? Is that okay? Let's see. No dialogue. It's hitting with I press the back button. Dialogue. Back. Ooh. That's cool. Back. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, I really still okay. Press it again. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. And actually, since the container is the same for every dialogue, would be have to board that code, but if it's the same and it intends to be the same, then I can easily handle this. Yeah. And I won't be even leaking dialogues anymore. Because they are not dialogues. They're just views. And the view would be the same as any other view, like the ones that I have them there. So this was my solution to to the problem of leaking views. Of course, it has lots of things to be done still, but yeah. So thank you so much for watching. It's 1 a.m. I hope you liked the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and I see you on the next one. Bye. Almost 2 hours.